who's there? Who that is?
There's a special guest at our doorstep. You're invited. Exclusive to Good Hope FM.
It's about that time, as mentioned, a very, very special guest coming through today. A true icon and creative whose work is stitched into the cultural fabric of the mother city. A musician, playwright, composer, storyteller who has spent decades giving a voice to people, places and stories of the city, especially those that history tried to silence.
It's true, and when we sing the songs, you already know them, you love them, you jam to them. In fact, they are part of the fabric of who you are. Now, his work has long been rooted in District 6, the Cape Flats and the everyday rhythms, I think, just of Cape Town life, the South African story as well, from the humor and the heartbeat to the resilience and the soul of our community. And it's only fitting that he recently was honored with the Freedom of the City to Cape Town, recognizing his artistry and his lifelong contribution to preserving culture and history of our city and beyond. Please, let's put our hands together for the one and only Mr. David Kramer.
All right. So, Mr. Kramer, welcome to the Lunch Club. It's an honor to have you here with us.
Thank you very much.
Listen, we just want to say, so myself and Carissa, we were both fortunate enough to be in the audience, the crowd at the Freedom of the City that was bestowed upon you and the later Mr. Tali Peterson. It was such an incredible moment, I think, for the both of us growing up, where we did growing up, consuming what we did. But one thing that stood out for me was when you came up to speak and you spoke about the things that you would love to get from the city. There was actually, there was a lot of emotions throughout, but that was one of my favorite moments. Could you quickly just summarize that part, things you would have liked the city to?
Yeah, well, so when my friends asked me, now you're getting the freedom of the city, what does that mean? Like, will you get free parking? Free parking. Everyone came up with the idea of free parking. And so I told the mayor and the council, I'm not interested in free parking, but I have this flock of sheep in the Karoo, which are not looking too healthy. And so I want now to bring them to Cape Town, and they will graze here on the Greenpoint Common. And maybe even in front of the SAB building here on the grass.
I agree.
So they will reduce the lawn mowing costs. And then I also wanted my ostriches from Oudtshoorn to come into the company gardens to replace the squirrels there. But the thing that was I loved was the last part of my joke was I said, that statue of Jannie Smuts outside the slave lodge.
Yeah.
Well, Jannie, he doesn't look happy. He's very stiff and very. Maybe it's because he's sitting outside the slave lodge. I don't know. But it's time to replace statues like that.
Yeah.
Time to put, if we're going to put up statues, let's have someone who is beating a guma drum, because that's the heart of Cape Town. And let's put the colonial past somewhere else. I don't know. Canal Walk and can take them.
Not that side of Cape Town catching strays. I love it. One thing you didn't mention in the intro, CS, you were like musician, playwright, composer, comedian.
Yes.
But there's one thing about David. You're funny, sir.
I was doing stand-up, but I didn't know. I didn't before we even knew what stand-up was. You see, because I'd been to Leeds University as a student when I was in my 20s. And there I saw people doing musicians introducing their songs, and always with a funny story. And so I came back to Cape Town. And I just started to introduce my songs. And I didn't realize that I was funny, but of course the stories that I told were so like the stories you don't tell.
Exactly.
That you admit who you really are and not pretend to be somebody else. And then people laughed like hell. So that was great, and I discovered that I could be funny. And I ended up directing Mark Lottering. So everything Mark Lottering knows, he learned from me, by the way.
Just so you know.
Listen, we're going to clip that audio and send it to Mark.
Send it to him.
We'll
Mark Eugene Lottering.
And we'll send it to Colin.
Last night I had the privilege to watch Colin the musical, and the brilliance of that. It's really one of those things where so many acts and artists today can really run because you've really set the steps. They're standing on shoulders of giants. So thank you for your contribution, Mr. Kramer. I got to ask you though, this Freedom of the City, when the mayor came over to your house, knocked on that door, and you welcomed him, you and your wife, what was was that feeling like? What did you offer him? Was there some cook sisters involved?
I was worried about the security outside my house. Like, what about them? Don't they want to come in for some cookies and coffee? Who cares about the mayor? We're worrying about the security. No, the mayor is a lovely man. I really think I love the new approach.
Yeah.
There's a new approach. There's a new approach that is starting to focus on Cape Town.
Yeah.
And we are... I mean, I know we are supposed to be the number one city, but really, if I think back to how awful it was to live here in the apartheid years, and it was like living in East Berlin,
Sure.
It was the city. People came to work in the city, and 5 o'clock it shut down. It was horrible. And now it's a vibrant, lovely city. Okay, we know good and bad, but still. I feel we're starting to get a Cape Town identity back again.
Yeah.
And I love to see it. And you are part of that very identity.
Absolutely.
Well, yeah, that's what we Talib and I, really wanted to tell the stories of ordinary people and to celebrate our own identity. And, and it hasn't been recognized enough that, if you go, this is a Creole city and it goes back hundreds of years, and everything that's great in this city has come out of Creolization. Okay. And we need to celebrate that.
100%.
Okay. Mr. Kramer, you also have a special guest with you here today. We also want to talk about the specific year that we find ourselves in. It is 60 years since the District 6 was declared a White-Tony area and the Group Areas Act began. So From a Nova Street is the concert that commemorates that 60 years. Shakira Adams is with us, executive producer of the show. Shakira, welcome to the Lunch Club as well.
Thank you.
How has it been for you growing up in Cape Town and getting to work on projects that I think just really speak for those who couldn't speak at that time, and being around people who I'm assuming you watched either on TV? How's it been for you?
It's a privilege, it's an honor. I'm learning every day, but I think the project or the production in itself, it's big, it's huge, it's massive. And I think the learnings for the younger generation, especially for people sitting where I'm currently sitting now, we never grew up in District 6, but we need to remember it. And the way David, Talib, Lukman, Jody, Alistair and Imo, the way they tell those stories, it makes us want to remember. It makes us want to live in a time that back in the day, I think when David them were around, they thought it was not even achievable.
And look at us now, 60 years later. And if you think about the grand scheme of things, 60 years is not a long time, but it's a long time.
It is a long,
So we can acknowledge the accomplishments and achievements, but also realize that there's still some work to be done. And so, I don't know, Mr. David Kramer, maybe if you're thinking about this next generation that you kind of passing the baton onto, you mentioned a couple of their names. Do you feel like the future's safe? Are we feeling confident that we're going to continue the good fight?
Look, I'm very happy to be doing this show.
Yeah.
And the purpose of it is very much to remind the next generation of what happened here, and and the struggle. To remind, because look. The next generation needs to continue this legacy. Yeah. And so it's so fantastic for me to be able to work with the four Bruchis and Shakira, who are the next generation for me.
Yeah.
And they, of course, will introduce it to the next generation. So we've got this lovely company of ages, new people I've never met before, right up to the oldies who are almost my age. It's so important that, I'm sure so many people have heard about District 6, but their grandparents are talking about it or whatever. But now we want to show them how vibrant it was and how wonderful the life was in District 6. And it was destroyed by the apartheid laws, and we lost that. We lost the heart and soul of Cape Town, and they need to know that.
They say that joy is also a form of resistance at the end of the day. So to be able to carry that is beautiful.
It's resistance. Of course it is.
Mr. Kramer, thank you for the beginning of this conversation. We chat again in the next few minutes, and we want to ask you a few more questions and also have a little bit of fun together with you. If you guys just joined in, we are chatting to David Kramer as well as Shakira Adams with us here today on The Lunch Club, and we come back just after these.
knock, who's there? Who that is?
There's a special guest at our doorstep. You're invited. Exclusive to Good Hope FM.
And when we say a special guest, we're talking about an absolute giant, a titan, an incredible cultural hero in Cape Town and even beyond. In fact, celebrating Mr. David Kramer and also the late Talib Peterson. Because I feel like you can't say the one name without the other. And the celebration for both will continue, I think, throughout time right here on the Lunch Club. I will say, though, so many messages coming through. One from Merlene saying, wow, man, Sir David Kramer and say Roy Schooner. What a legend. And of course, Talib Peterson, may he rest in peace. They really molded my childhood with all those Cape Town stories. They are my heroes to this day. So I had to do a fit check. And look on over to see.
No, not today.
Not today.
The black ones today.
But the red lace, though. The red lace is in the black one.
Yeah. I had the red ones on yesterday, but today. Yeah, so the after Talib was murdered, I started wearing the black shoes.
Sure. In also as a form of grieving?
Yes, as a form of respect.
Yeah, beautiful.
Sure. Mr. Kramer, we mentioned names a bit earlier, and when we talk about Lukman Adams, Emo Adams, Alistair Isabel, Jody Abrams, and the rest of these gentlemen who are now also icons in the city, in the country. You obviously know them for a very long time.
Yeah. Well, since they were 12.
Since they were 12.
Imagine.
And I think the lessons that you have bestowed upon them, you know, as young men, I think it's such a pertinent thing to just notice. How do you feel when you see their success? How does it make you feel when you?
Well,
when you
I'm proud, like a father. I'm like a proud. I mean, Alice even calls me dad these days. I don't know where he got permission to do that, but. It's fantastic to see them growing up in this industry and doing so well. They were exposed internationally and they learned a lot. Yeah. And so it's a pleasure for me and my wife Renee to hand over the producing of this show from Hanover Street to the Four Bruchis and Shakira. We are there. But they're doing all the work, and it's just wonderful to see. I mean, today I just said to them all, I mean, it's actually in all my years in the theatre, this is such an excellent, I mean, the way they've tackled this production, it's great.
Wow.
It's really good, and people are going to be, it's going to be a jaw-dropping experience.
Oh, I can definitely imagine that. You say, "May Bruchi, may bra," only 12 years old. We can change the lyrics to the song.
Listen, on the note of...
Never knew he did.
Sure.
Yeah.
He never knew. Okay, Chad told me I couldn't do it.
No. Listen, Carissa Cupido, she, what I love about her, also like her generation, that she's just so confident, takes every gap she can get, doesn't overthink it. We had Mark Lotting here a while ago, and she started singing for Mark, auditioning for Mark, and then she said, Chad, Mr. Kramer's coming today. I said, no.
Not today.
I said, not today.
So Mark and I used to have breakfast together. Yeah. And so we were talking about whatever we were working on at the time. And then the waitress would come up and be singing a song.
Yeah.
Just,
Casual.
And Mark would say, say audition via.
Listen.
You take it where you can get it, Mr. Kramer.
Yeah. So maybe you're auditioning.
Yeah, maybe.
Who knows? You never know where this goes.
Absolutely.
You understand, Chad.
So we got a little something for you, Mr. Kramer. Just have a listen to this.
Good afternoon, Chad, Carissa, Jerry, and the Lunch Clubbers, and a big hello to Mr. David Kramer. It's Andre here. I just wanted to say hello, and I wanted to send him the biggest hugs. He knows I've called him my theatre dad. He was after I studied acting, I landed my first big acting role with Mr. Kramer in District 6 Canala. And I've worked with him for a bit thereafter. And I just wanted to say thank you so much to my theatre dad. Thank you very much for believing in me. And thank you for the great impact that you've had in my show.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, you were lovely. You were lovely. It was a pleasure. That was a lovely show, Canala.
Beautiful. We got some more for you, Mr. Kramer.
This is Alistair Isabel. To be asked,
why aren't you working?
David Kramer in one word is not possible. However, if I had to, it would be extraordinary in every aspect of the word. An incredibly wise man, a kind, immensely creative, and there's too many, mysterious, intriguing, just phenomenal. And I'm delighted that I got to journey 4 decades of my life with this incredible human being.
Oh, that is beautiful.
He was about to say, I love you, Daddy.
He was about to say, I love you, Daddy.
Was that me you were singing about?
That's all you, sir.
Listen, Mr. Kramer, we got some more for you. Have a listen to this.
What's up, Good Hope fam? It's the one and only Tall Dark in Afrikaans, Emo Adams, and I was asked by Mr. Saaiman to spill the tea as to what is the one word that describes Dr. David Kramer. That word would be meticulous. Now, I don't know what that word means. I heard it once in a conversation. No, I'm joking. Obviously, I know what it means. This man is a planner, he's a thinker, he does the research, he puts in the work. I have learned so much and I'm still learning.
Sure.
This man is meticulous.
Oh, beautiful. I think
extraordinary, meticulous.
We got one more for you.
If I have to explain David Kramer, wow. Do you have enough time? Quickly, I'll probably say father figure, legend, the person who gave me the opportunity to be able to do what I did and to be able to become the person I am. Sometimes he was a therapist, sometimes he was just someone guiding me, pushing me, trying to push me as hard as he possibly could in whichever way, as a youngster, as an adult, as just to be a liquor person. I love him. Running out of words, but yes, thank you, Mr. Kramer, for being who you are.
Oh, that is so beautiful, man.
Mr. Kramer, I think you just mean so much to so many people, whether they articulate it or not, whether they've worked with you or not. And I think that is so beautiful. So as the Lunch Club, we did want to take the opportunity to give you your flowers through the different people you've worked with, the people you may remember, may not. And hopefully you'll remember us forever, the way we remember you. We just
so
wanted
beautiful.
to give you some flowers.
So Carissa is heading over to Mr. Kramer to give him actual flowers. Actual flowers. That is from us to you, Mr. Kramer. Oh, he gets a kiss on the cheek as well. Mr. Kramer, thank you so much. You know, when people say we give you your flowers, it has become this figurative term these days. And on the Lunch Club, we keep it very literal.
Yeah.
So we actually give flowers because everyone else just says a compliment is flowers.
Right.
And for you, we just want to say thank you. We're going to head into two more things. We have quick fire questions which you have to answer as quick as possible without thinking before we head into a little something else. Okay, very quick. Coffee or tea?
Coffee.
Okay.
Oh, yes, that's my guy.
Tea.
And tea, theatre or a live music show?
Theatre.
Karoo or Cape Town?
It's like coffee and tea.
Both.
Okay.
But
How
I
about
live in Cape Town, love Cape Town.
How about Worcester or Cape Town?
No, Cape Town.
Okay. Early mornings or late nights?
Early mornings.
Okay.
Ooh, Cut in the Kings or District 6?
Oof.
It's like which child do you love? Which child do you love
You
more?
know.
Cut in the Kings.
Okay.
Same.
Okay. Is there a song that never leaves your mind, or a song that never leaves your playlist that just always in the back of your mind is there?
It's the song I'm writing.
Okay.
The song I'm writing the song I'm writing that keeps going through my head.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
beautiful. Well done. You did a fantastic job there, Mr. Kramer, thinking on your feet as you do, like the genius that you are. In case you forgot, Shakira Adams is also with us today, executive producer of Hanover Street, which of course is the incredible production that we get to witness very soon. And I know that you also were able to do this with the help of the city of Cape Town.
Correct, that's right. We'd like to thank them because without them, jobs can't be created in the arts, and also it's about preserving our culture at the end of the day. So yeah, big ups to you, City of Cape Town. We appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Oh, that is beautiful. How important is that supporter for you guys? To be able to have the entire city behind you to implement and execute.
Well, it is important because first and foremost, the forced removals happened in the heart of the city.
Right.
So it happened here, so why not back us? And with that support, obviously, the production can be of a grand scale. People can come and watch from all over. And also, we get to employ phenomenal creatives, from the youth to the forgotten legends. And that's important because, I mean, if we don't protect the arts, there won't be anything in the future.
You're right. You're so right about that.
So we have a little thing we do on the Lunch Club. It's called the Blue Book, where last week's guest writes a question for the next week's guest without knowing who it is. And we had an incredible young artist here. He goes by the name of Wiz the MC. He has a record out right now with Tyler that is on 500 million streams. And he wrote a question for you, Mr. Kramer. And we're going to ask Shakira Adams just to read this question for you to answer as we wrap up this conversation.
If you were an animal, which one would you be and why?
A tortoise.
Wait, you've thought about this?
No, because my pseudonym or my scale name is Hendrik Skulpad. Because I take things slowly.
Okay.
I take things slowly. Otherwise, it could be trapsuikies or like chameleon.
Okay.
But let's say tortoise.
Oh, we love that.
Slow and steady wins the race.
Absolutely. Slow, steady, meticulous, and extraordinary.
Absolutely.
The one and only Mr. Kramer, thank you for spending time with us today and taking some time out of your day, as well as you, Shakira Adams. Thank you for joining us.
Can we call you Daddy now?
Depends on the situation.
That was the one and only Mr. David Kramer. Thank you for your time and your conversation.
Thank you.
We chat to you soon.
Thank you very much.